Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another CRV script tutorial. Just going to go over the config and the menu and explain how it works, and then what's configurable, what you can change, and yeah, hope you like it. So this is the Goldexchange script. Right now, all of the Goldexchange NPCs locations are in the banks. You can move that in the config, I'll show that later. So we'll just go ahead and hit the prompt. This is the menu. Shows how much money I have cash on hand, and then how much gold I have on hand. There's a couple ways this works, and all the numbers and everything you see here can be configured. A small warning on this though: if it's not configured properly, your players will be able to circumvent and duplicate money by being able to sell and buy cheaper than what they bought and so on. So make sure when you are editing gold prices and whatnot that you do your math correctly, so your players aren't able to do that, if you want, that is. So we have our basic gold to cash and cash to gold. This here is gold to cash and then cash to gold. So say I want to get some gold, right? I have it set to $100 per gold. This is 0.01 gold per dollar. So $1 is 0.01 gold. If I put $100 in here, I will get 1 gold. But this, now you will see I have 1 gold on hand. Now, if say I had some gold items on me, ignore these stacks for now. I'll explain that in just a minute. Say I go buy a gold bar, it's $100. Takes $100, but you're like, no gold on hand. If I open my account, you can see I have a gold bar on my inventory now. So if I open this back up, I can then sell this gold bar, and it gives me 1 gold. I have, as I said, my gold bar is set to $100, so that's how that works. I have my exchange rate set to 0%, so there's no exchange rate. And then gold to cash is the same way as cash to gold. Put 2 gold in here, because that's all I got, and get $200. This can all be changed in the config. Like I said, just you got to be careful when you're changing that, and I'll go over that here in just a minute. Now, going back to these stacked items, you're probably wondering, what in the world is that? This script has support for Zeus's money stacks. Now, I'm a big fan of that script. I love it. My server, Blood Spars RP, I'll leave in the description and link in the description if you want to check it out. But we use these. We use the Goldexchange as a way to make money stacks instead of having to do a command. Wasn't a big fan of the command, so I wanted to create a way that my players could use the Zeus stack script without having to use a command. There were also items in that script that you can use, but I wasn't a big fan of those either. I just wanted a way that players could stack an item into a money item that they could use. So the way this works is you click here, and you click $100. Let's say I'll buy this stack. It's going to take $100 out of my account. If I then open my inventory, scroll down, there's the money item. The reason it's 2 is because I had one earlier. If I click it again, I'll get $100. I'll do that again just so you know it's not like duplicating them or something. But then I'll click this, scroll down, or up rather. You can see it's right there. It tells you the amount that's on it, and then I'll get that back. To have this feature in this script, for this to work in Goldexchange, you will have to have Zeus stacks for this to work. This part of the script will not work unless you have Zeus stacks installed on your server. I will leave a link to his GitHub and his Discord on the tab X of this script if you want to check that out. The support's there. If you don't want to use that, I'll show you how to get rid of that in the config. But yeah, that's the script. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's not too hard to figure out. I hope you like it. Let's hop over to the config and I'll show you how to config all this. This here is the config. This here is the gold to cash rate and the cash to gold rate. This needs to be set at the same number, or like I said, you'll have issues where people can basically put more money in than what they're getting forex and so on. I mean, if you want that, that's okay. Feel free to do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It's your server, but just be aware that that does exist. This is the exchange rate. 1%, as you can see here, says it means no fee. 0.95 is 5% on, and then so on. That's how that works. You see right here, money/gold stacked items from Zeus stack script. You do need Zeus stack script. Like I said before, I can't mention that enough. It is a free dependency of the script. It's an optional dependency. You do not have to have it for the script to work. But if you are wanting to use them stacking items, you will have to have that installed on your server. This here controls the maximum and minimum stack limits for those items. And then here is the sellable. So if we go back to the script real quick, go to sellable. This is the sellable items. Basically, this is the gold flake, gold bar, gold nugget that I have in the script. You can, this can be whatever you want, as long as it's labeled correctly to match your database right here. Just these right here, resource gold nugget, resource gold flakes, and so on. As long as that matches whatever's in your database, it will work. So if we continue to scroll down, you can see the purchased items. It's the same as this. But here you will see that is for cash. So here you can buy a resource gold bar for $100 cash. You can buy gold nugget for $5 and gold flakes for 50. This is supposed to be 10, but that's how that works. Or actually, yeah. It's actually supposed to be 1. So that's how that works. When we go back up here, you can see this type says gold and this is cash. That is the type of currency that will be required to purchase or sell, or vice versa, that item. Same here, this is the money stack and gold stack item. Again, if you're wanting to use this, you do need Zeus's stack script in your server, or it will not work. You have to have it in there. It handles the items and so on, and I have gotten permission from Zeus to do this, but you do have to use this. If you do not want to use the stacked items, again, it is a optional free dependency. If you don't want to use these, you can just comment all the stacking features out and just roll with the gold as normal. And then here is all of the locations. This is where all the locations are set up. You can add your own. They do close. They have a close and whatnot, open and close. Stores hour right here. You can turn that off if you wish. Blips and so on. Pretty simple script, not too in-depth. It's just a simple script to help you handle gold and cash if you want to on your server. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I will leave a link in the description to the Tebix page for it. Again, if you are wanting to use the stacking feature with the item, the money items, the gold item, you will have to download the Zeus stack from his GitHub. It's a free dependency. It's a supported dependency. It is not needed for the script to work. It is just a feature I threw in because I use it on my Blood and Spurs RP server. And so I figured I would include it into the supported features for the public version of this script. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and catch you next time.